Good morning. Wait, I'm just gonna switch it anyways. Look, it's
Good morning.
good morning. It's Mike and I.
Hi.
We're doing
Hello.
GDWT tournament stuff today. Korea versus Mexico. 3 levels. We
Hello.
have Prismatic Haze, we have Molten Core, and we also have Arctic Light. So quite the wave day today, if anything, with 2 9 circles levels. So you got anything to say, Mike?
No, I'm
You're
excited
good?
to get in it.
First of all, are we muted? We don't want to deal with what happened last time.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we also suited up for today. We wanted to make sure that we were ready for the very important occasion that is the show match of the
This
GDWT
is
tournament.
extremely important, extremely serious show match.
Oh yeah, for
There will
sure.
be no funny business
No
today.
funnies.
Um,
So yeah, I may as well go through the rules for anyone who has not seen anything like this before. Pretty much each level is a qualifying percentage. You can see in the bottom left scoreboard that for Prismatic Haze it is 62, and any attempt that gets past that 62 and dies, that will be added to the total team score and player score. If there's a completion, you get a bonus 50 points, so you get 150. That's pretty cool. And the player that gets the most points at the end of each level will also get a bonus 150 points to their team. That's a new rule. Trying it out today. Hopefully it will be good so we don't get some insane carries and things like that. And yeah, the team with the most amount of points at the end will win the whole thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's how it works. Yeah, gnarly 3v3 in here. Yeah, that's right.
got a gnarly 3v here.
Gnarly 3v3. So anyways.
Hopefully they don't know the counter melody.
Never again. So Clutter from Team South Korea. How are you feeling about today?
I'm so freaking nervous right now.
Yeah, that's just pretty normal. I've done this before. Get very nervous. How are we feeling about Prismatic Haze as a level?
It's pretty nice level. So
yeah.
Yes, it is. So go out.
Yep.
Gameplay, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Is there any like part in the level that is a real standout in terms of choke points and things like that that you should watch out for?
It's maybe 40 to 50, I guess.
Yeah, right. Okay. So that's got like, if I remember, a lot of wave and it's actually a bit of everything in that part, anyways. So, need a counter meta for the ratty shut up. But yeah, I think we'll get started. Thoughts? I think we're good to go.
I think we're good.
I think we're good to go.
We're good to go.
Good to go. So refs, if you can do your thing. And yeah,
I think we should wait for both players to exit.
Yeah, we'll wait for both players. Make sure you're at the start screen. So yeah, just enter the level and pause on the first frame, and we'll be ready to go. We're just gonna watch this run. Oh, or we're not. Okay.
Oh.
Wait, we're just seeing what's gonna happen here.
We're just watching.
We're just watching or observing. How's everyone feeling today? Are we good?
You know. He's still going.
Yeah, he's just going. Like, we're just letting him do his thing.
Now the real question is, will he get fished?
I love the fish.
The fish.
Fish. Okay.
So I did
yeah,
it.
just a completion. You know, it's really to shake off the nerves.
It's a good, nice little warm up. You know.
Stand and warm up. You know. But yeah, so just get into the level and pause on the first frame, and we'll be ready to go.
Right now.
Okay. Are the players ready? Are we all good?
Yeah.
I'll take it as a yes. Alright, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, like what Clutter said, a lot of the difficulty in this level does come sort of in the second third. At least for me. There's a lot of transitions. I think it's around 30%. You can see both players sort of approaching it now. It's sort of this region where you're dealing with a lot of ship sections and wave sections back to back. You get some very awkward click patterns that you got to manage. But it seems
Clutter does have the first stat there.
Yeah, it seems like Diris is going fine. Already making his way to qualifying percent. And yep, he's at qualifying percent. So here's our first run from Diris. And death at 64, I think that was. So it's already a pretty good first run, immediately getting on the board after the first attempt. getting on the board early is a really good way to just kind of shake off those nerves. So
Now, from what I remember from last show match, this like after a bit of practice, because like you showed it and Kyoto showed it, this level is really consistent after a little bit of practice. So we should be seeing a lot of those runs here to that 62.
yeah, for sure.
Especially just the way the level's made.
Yeah, so once you sort of get your, 35 to 40% down, it's very easy to just getting runs back to back to back. Beating it is another question. You have a lot of choke points, especially at the last ship. But yeah, I think both players will be able to handle it just fine. We've got another qualification run from Diris getting to 62 again. So
And we could get a simultaneous one from Clutter right here.
Yeah, Clutter also
coming up on the
making a
wave. Yeah, and he makes it.
Yep. So we can also see that Clutter is doing a mini Shui impersonation with their laggy screen share, but it's fine. We can still read it well enough. We've also got Diris approaching the 90s now, looking to get their first completion for Team Mexico. Getting past the ship, will the fish happen? And no, first completion
fish
from Diris. 150 points for Team Mexico immediately.
Oh wait, we might have a simultaneous from Clutter.
Yep,
we do.
Completion from Clutter. So we're going to see a lot of this over the next 18 minutes. So yeah, just kind of sit back. I'm glad I'm not in this position anymore. Of having to deal with the stress of playing like this for 20 minutes, but
yeah, it's much nicer watching,
for sure. But yeah, so it looks like both players are dealing with, at least in my eyes, the main choke point in the level being the 35 wave, quite well. So
getting some new info here. Apparently, Clutter is playing on the pre-nerfed version, and this is the version he asked to play on. So interesting choice from Clutter.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, the pre-nerf version, like most of the changes from the pre-nerf to the nerf, is in that last ship. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Diris on his way to the 90s again. It's ridiculous stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, going through the ship, no problem. Fish, nah.
Yeah.
Another completion. Another 150 for Mexico.
No,
It's
I'm gonna say something. I don't think we'll see a fish today. I think the players are good enough that we're not gonna see a fish. I
mean, yeah.
If I jinx it, then yeah. But
you're right in that
that's my prediction.
You're right in that if a fish happens, it happens at the start when you're already nervous.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think I could see a fish coming out from Clutter. It looks like Diris is completely under control with nerves, but as we heard from Clutter at the start, he's very nervous going into this. But, the question even becomes, can he even get to 98 consistently to really at least attempt a fish?
That is true.
So
Diris has some insane consistency right now. Back at the 50 wave, like right now, he's just gonna get another qualifying percentage.
Guys,
it's like
this is why you play full detail. I'm just saying. He's not even playing full detail, by the way. He's playing LDM. Relative full detail. How about that?
Fair enough.
Yeah, again, just 80s, regular stuff. This is crazy performance from Diris.
Clutter's about to make its qualifying percentage, and he does get past the wave. He does get another run.
So even though Diris is playing insanely well, Clutter is still competing quite nicely and is giving enough of a fight to allow his teammates to really clutch up in the later rounds.
Because at the end of the day, it's not a 1v1.
Was that another completion from Diris I saw, by the way?
It was, I'm pretty sure, yes.
So it's
But we might get the first one coming in from Clutter.
Yeah, Clutter getting
no, second one, sorry.
Second, yeah, you're right. Fish? No fish. So second
Here we
completion
go,
for Korea.
no fish.
How many completions are we at total now? We're at 5 completions.
We're at 5, yes.
Both teams. It's crazy, because like we're looking, I'm just looking at the stats now. Clutter has gotten to qualifying percent twice and has beaten the level twice. So his consistency past qualifying percent is really good. So if he can sort out the first 62%, he's gonna get some runs really quickly. And I mean,
yeah, those 50 points are gonna hit really nice against just getting to the run, like getting to the second half and dying. Those 50 points for beating the level are huge.
Yeah.
So
and Diris again, like getting really close to beating it for the 4th time. Diris is still really consistent at the ending. He's only had 1 death at qualifying percent so far. Every other attempt has been a completion. And
that was the first attempt of the, I believe. Yeah. We're gonna get another completion here.
It's gonna be another. So we're at 4 now for Diris.
And Clutter's at 70, so what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, within just after 5 minutes, Diris has already scored 200 bonus points. It's crazy with 4 completions. And it looks like, Clutter is approaching the end as well, about to get his 3rd completion. So it really is. Ooh, death right at the end. Was that 97? I think it was.
97, rough.
That's rough. That really hurts, especially, like, the further your death is in qualifying, you get more points, but it really, like, it's almost a time waste thing because you lose out on those 50 points. Like it's less than 1 second of surviving for Clutter, and you get a bonus 50. Like it's a massive hit.
Yeah.
If getting a
I
late
think
death.
there were literally 2 clicks left, so that's got to sting a bit. We do have another run from Diris, already at 75 again.
Yeah. Oh, death.
Oh, jinxed.
Yeah. Messed up the. I think it was a green orb going too light on that click, which makes the transition a bit iffy. Yeah. So both players at the pre-drop. Well, now Diris at the drop. So a small break from the action, if you will. Give it 20 seconds and they'll be back. Here we have Diris going past.
And so what? Right now
main choke point.
we still got 13 minutes left. I mean, this has already been crazy.
Yeah, and it's pretty standard, at least from my experience, that towards the middle, both players they sort of lose the adrenaline and start to lose a bit of consistency. But it looks like that just isn't impacting Diris at all. Another qualifying percent run. It's crazy.
He just doesn't look human. I don't understand, man.
I feel like he hasn't
Doesn't make any
actually
sense.
had like any drop deaths. He maybe had 1 or 2, but it feels like most of his deaths are in the pre-drop. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Clutter is approaching the 60 wave. So, yep.
We're getting another
Here we go.
completion from Diris. He's right at the end.
Yep, another completion
no
from Diris,
fish.
making it 5. We also have Clutter at qualifying percent. So still, I mean, it's at this point, it's not really hot on his tail. The point difference is, it's 500 almost.
Jesus.
But it looks like if we get another completion, it'll at least soften the blow a little bit, bringing it down to 350.
And remember, it is a team match, so even if you don't keep it close, there is always potential for one of your teammates to bring it up. Especially Baeru. I know Baeru is very widely regarded as a
We
very
had a
good
completion
player.
from Clutter, getting another 150. But you should also
Yeah.
you should also consider that the carry factor is a lot harder now because when you lose, you don't get those extra 150 points that the other team will get. So
That's true.
at this rate, on top of the score that Diris will have, there'll be a bonus 150 for Team Mexico. So it's going to be hard to catch up for sure. We'll see what happens with Molten Core though, because that level, even though it is, at least in my eyes, very skill based, because it's almost entirely dependent on how good you are at Wave, with how almost sight readable it is. That in itself makes it difficult to be consistent at if you haven't practiced enough. But obviously they should be fine.
Coming up on another completion.
Another
Yep,
completion
there
for
it
Diris
is.
and qualifying percent for Clutter. So yeah, it's almost like Clutter. No matter what he tries, he's just not going to be able to catch up because of how much impact that Diris has had early on in the match. Already crossing 1,000 points within the first 10 minutes. It's nuts.
Diris has only died past 62 twice. Every other time has been a completion. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. There's another completion from Clutter,
Yeah.
bringing his total up to 4.
So we're at, what, 10 completions total now?
Yeah, 10 completions total, and we're at 13 qualifying percent totals. So that sort of puts into perspective how consistent both players are, at least in the 62 onwards. Speaking of 62 onwards, Diris is at qualifying percent again. Like
He's back.
he's back. You just gotta wait 30 seconds, and then he's just kind of there. And yeah, I don't see him dying. He's past most of the difficult parts in the nerfed version now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last
I
ship,
mean,
Black Orb. Yeah.
it looks so easy for him.
I don't
understand.
have anything to say. Like, it's crazy. It's another completion and qualifying
Yeah.
percent. They're just trading qualifying percents at the moment. We have Diris.
They're making our job easy, man. It's just like,
Yeah, we don't have to like say anything. We just have to talk about what's going on in the levels because I mean,
yeah.
they're getting far. They're getting point scores.
Yeah.
Every single attempt, pretty
We do-
much.
We do have Clutter at 90 now. We'll see if he can get another completion to try and soften the blow a little
Oh, we've had a
bit,
drop
but-
death from Diris. That's going to be really helpful for Clutter. Because if
There
you haven't
is-
noticed, Clutter's consistency is really picking up against Diris. It's just that we need to wait for a Diris mistake to actually give Clutter the time to catch up. There's only a 350 point difference now. It really could come close.
It's definitely doable, yeah.
Yeah. Diris has like just dropped the ball massively. They're getting many drop deaths.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it is Clutter's time to come back. They're
I
just-
believe that's what 5
Ooh.
completions from Clutter and 6 from Diris.
Okay. We're
Oh.
at 7 from Diris and 5 from
Oh
Clutter.
wow.
It looks like both teams are struggling at the drop a little bit. And yeah, it looks like Diris at this rate is going to get another qualifying run with where he is at the drop. So it looks like that time for Clutter has flown by now.
I mean, like you said, the middle of the match, the adrenaline wears off a little bit. Players start looking human again.
Yep.
You know.
They go from like
I mean,
yeah. They go from cheaters to abnormal. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like it's gonna be another completion from Diris. Like, what else is there to say?
Consistency just doesn't make sense, man. It's crazy.
Yep, last ship, orbs, completion. There we go, 8 completions. An 8 in 10 record for qualifying percent runs for Diris. We're back at the 500 point difference. It's
Oh, Clutter dies at 44. That's got to sting.
yeah, getting close to
Can't be.
yeah, like deaths close to qualifying percent. I wouldn't say aren't as bad. Actually, no, in this level it is worse than
Oh,
deaths near 100 because of the qualifying percent being above 50. So yeah, that's got to
Yeah.
sting for sure. And
Especially when, I mean, obviously he doesn't know he's behind, but like, you know, if you're behind, you can't take those L's. Like, Darius is looking like he's just gonna beat the level every attempt. You have to take every chance he can get of even getting remotely close.
yeah, and yeah, Diris's form is back. There was only a
Already back.
very small hiccup. It's quite rare.
He turned off his cheats for a few attempts.
Yeah,
He's back.
Yeah, to make it look believable. Speaking
Yeah.
of getting back, Clutter is also at qualifying percent. They're about the same spot in the level. So hopefully we'll see some back-to-back completions. Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like Diris is getting his next completion. Hopefully we don't get fished. No fish as a completion for
No
Diris. We're
fish.
at 9 completions and 6 completions for Clutter.
Yeah. Jesus, man.
Both, yeah, Clutter, 3 points away from 1,000. Seeing both players get 1,000 with still 7.5 minutes left, that's crazy. I don't know what to say, really. Like,
I'm honestly starstruck at how good these players are. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, they're.
If I remember correctly, my score was, I think, just over 1,000. Maybe it was 900.
And you played like really well for like what we thought. This is just superhuman. We do have Diris dying far, and it looks like Clutter is going to get another
qualifying percent early, so this could mean something. It's still a massive gap, with 3 completions still being between.
Another drop death from Diris. We still have Clutter going.
Yeah, Clutter needs this completion to at least be in contingents of winning, but that's entirely based on Diris not getting another qualifying percent, because 500 points is still quite sizable. So we go, another completion from Clutter. Yeah, Clutter's consistency at the ending is definitely better. 7 completions with only 1 death at qualifying. So yeah, it's just a case of Diris is getting there a bit more often. I got 1,023, says Rico. So yeah, players improved.
So yeah.
Was I bypassing at that point? I think I was.
I think you were, but I mean, so it's 2 years of players getting better, and I mean, this shows it. Plus, I think did you play pre-nerf or after nerf?
I think it was after nerf. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, both players are at the exact same,
the same spot.
Yeah, so what happens here? It'll just get cancelled out unless if we get an early death from Diris, but I see that unlikely. I think both players will get a completion here.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're just gonna watch. Find out.
Yeah. Pause, man.
Pause, man.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, I'll be more surprised if they die than if they beat it at this point. It's like, doesn't make any sense.
So this should be a completion from Diris. Yep, and Clutter.
Yep.
So double completion. It doesn't change anything. Still 350 point gap with 5 minutes left. I think at this rate, if Clutter wants to catch up, he's going to have to beat it every single attempt from this point onwards, and that's assuming that Diris doesn't also do the same.
Yeah, it has to be a Diris throw, and Clutter just cannot die. Imagine a doubles in completion. Let's go crazy.
I mean, it's Prismatic Haze. Never mind. The 35 way finally gets someone. That being a main choke point for a lot of people going for this as their hardest. And I mean, I don't blame him. Like, the transitions in that wave and the click pattern, it's quite advanced for the type of level it is. But
if Clutter gets his completion here, which he's only died once at the ending, he could potentially make a comeback if Diris doesn't make it far again. He's not completely out yet.
Yeah.
He still definitely has a chance.
And I think it's a case of, like, it's close enough now that the 150 point bonus is not going to have a massive impact going into the next round. But unfortunately for Clutter, we've got another qualifying percent from Diris. Even though Clutter gets the completion, chances are Diris also just beats it. So
yeah,
give it a bit, and we'll be back at square one with the 350-point difference.
And yeah, only a 194-point differential. Now he's catching up. I mean, he's gonna beat it, so it's gonna go back up. But still, you know, Clutter's kept it close, and that's really all he can ask for. But there's the other completion from Diris. I mean, what else is to be expected at this point?
Yeah, that was the completion. Yep, and the death from Clutter. So I think that's going to be wraps. With just under 4 minutes left, it's going to be pretty hard to get the 350 points back. You're going to need a miracle for both sides. One being a throw and one just beating it every attempt.
I mean, yeah, it looks like Diris is gonna make it back to percentage.
Yeah.
Just has the last wave,
Yeah,
and there we go.
That should seal the deal. Especially if
Yeah.
it's a completion, because even though like Clutter has less deaths at the end, it's only a 1 death difference. So it's pretty much negligible.
Yeah.
Diris doesn't need a nerfed version. Isn't Diris playing the current version though?
Yeah, Diris
Yeah.
is playing the easier version.
Diris is playing the easier version. That is right. So yeah.
Which honestly, by the way both players are playing, you can't really tell. But I mean, yeah, Diris with another completion. It looks like Clutter's gonna have one too. It's just
Yeah. So I think it's more of a case of like preventing the gap from getting too far away with the bonus 150 on the line.
Yeah.
I need water.
Imagine not having a giant bottle
I do-
next
I
to
do-
you. Oh.
Yeah, how about that? It's not as big as yours, but
Stay hydrated, kids.
stay hydrated. Drink water, everyone. It's important.
It's important. It's good for your
I
health.
love water.
We do have Clutter coming up on another round potentially.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance to bring it close. In terms of overtaking, that's long gone now with only 2 minutes left. That's physically impossible to catch up now.
No, trust. He'll just speed hack 1.5.
Yeah, you're right.
Trust.
Actually, I didn't see that one coming. The 1.5 speed hack gambit.
It's the meta.
But hopefully it gets it nice and close. Unfortunately, Diris has passed the main difficulty of the drop, so we'll probably get qualifying percent.
Yeah. I mean, there's another completion from Clutter, but Diris back at qualifying percent.
Yeah.
Probably gonna beat it. I mean,
Either way, both Clutter and Diris have beaten it more than 10 times. That is, on average, more than one completion every 2 minutes. So pretty much every attempt has been a completion.
yeah, it's insane, dude.
Yeah, and here we go.
Diris coming up on the ending.
Yep. Bringing the gap back
Go
out
fish.
to 350. And yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a 500-point difference at the end of this. But yeah,
I mean, the gap has been hovering 340 to 190, so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think any team, or any player has actually died at qualifying percent for the past 10 minutes almost. And
Yeah,
speaking of,
I'm pretty sure that hasn't
yeah,
happened.
and Clutter's back at qualifying percent, so I think it's just trading blows.
Yeah.
Trying to get the gap shorter, but Diris is just, at least at the moment, too consistent to get it too small. Because 500 points is a lot to make up for. And I mean, obviously it means that the other, if Korea were to lose this, they would just need 350 points lead to tie it back up, but, I mean, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there's a completion from Clutter. Diris is about to beat it again. It's like, doesn't make sense.
Yep. Crazy stuff. If we see stuff like this on levels like Arctic Lights, like, it's over. I know Arctic Lights will be a lot more of a challenge, though. Obviously, it's the harder level, but the ending, I know there's one cube timing that's really messed up, so just gotta watch out for that.
You have Diris with another completion.
It's ridiculous. Diris is crossed.
How much time we got left?
We're done. Last attempt. We just finished now.
Yeah, so that'll be it for Clutter, I think, unless he's going one more. Okay, looks like we're letting him go one more. But yeah, this will be the last attempt for both players, so. Now it's a case of if they're both going to complete on the last attempt, which honestly I would not be surprised at all, considering how they've been playing.
Okay, death from
Oh.
Diris. So, You know, if there is a completion from Clutter, it could actually get it quite close. The 150 points won't be
Yeah.
too much of an issue for Team Korea, South Korea. So we just got to see if the completion will come through.
Actually, Clutter just skipped an orb. All of his runs are invalidated.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. And we'll see. It's going to be another completion from Clutter, it looks like.
On the unnerfed version of Prismatic Haze. Like, that's crazy.
Jesus.
There we go. Another
That's
completion.
insane.
So that ends with Diris for Team Mexico taking this round and the bonus 150. But really, the point difference is not that much. It's just shy of 350. That's not
Yeah.
much of a gap to make up for going to the next round. But yeah, if we could have Clutter unmute.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
Oh, I expected it.
You expected this?
Actually, I expected.
I mean, like, what you did was crazy with 13 completions for you and 14 for Diris. That's more than one completion per 2 minutes. Like, that, it's ridiculous that almost every attempt that was a completion.
Both of you played insanely well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, it's crazy. Both got 2,000 points. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really ask for much more. Yeah, anything else you want to say?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Anything else you want to say?
Oh, no.
That's it? Alright, that's all
I
good.
am no
Hello,
longer.
hello, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Dude,
Hello.
I was so nervous at the start of the match. Then I just got one completion, and I feel so comfortable playing. I don't know, but GG's Clutter.
GG's. You did a great job.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Alright, so we're gonna go off for a 5-minute break. We'll set up the next level. Next level's Molten Core. So yeah, don't miss it. I guess we'll be back. We'll be back very soon. Where's this guy? This guy. Yeah. All right. We'll be back. Good morning. We're back.
We're back.
We're so back.
We're so back.
We are so back. What is this? It's 30 minutes we're meant to be. Um. So. Yeah, we're back. Molten Core is the next level, played by LinedriveGD for Team South Korea, and Jasuki for Team Mexico. Mike, if you want to throw up the statistics, anything that you found about these two players?
So looking at it, Jasuki does have the hardest. Jasuki has been burdened as opposed to LinedriveGD's Omega in your face. But looking at it here, nothing too crazy. There's a bit of a player differential, of course, but I mean, I'm sure both of these players are completely prepared, and so I am not really. I don't know, nothing too crazy. It looks like.
Yeah, a lot of the time for things like this, hardest demon doesn't make that much of a difference because I mean
Yeah.
both players have beaten this level, as far as I know. So it's going to come down to who practiced more.
Yeah.
But
It is both on their list profiles, so yes.
but yeah, if we could have both players enter the level and pause on the first frame, that would be great. We just gotta wait. Line drive. I don't know if it's loading, but could you make sure that you press play and then pause immediately? Or not? That's fine. You know what? We could just do a regular start. It's fine. It'll be a PC diff for the first few seconds.
This will make all the difference.
It will make all the difference. But yeah, we're gonna just start in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Okay, so it's about a half a second difference, and with an immediate death from Jasuki, it just nullifies it. So this pre-drop is not very difficult, very short. I think it's a good 80% of this level is wave. So yeah, from my experience, I've recently been playing this level. A lot of the waves are very similar in difficulty. I would say, at least in my eyes, either the second or the fourth is the hardest one, but it differs from player to player, really. It just comes down to which one you're more comfortable with. So yeah, qualifying.
You have said that this level is like pretty much completely skill based, so
Yeah, so qualifying percent is 46, which I believe is the third wave. So yeah, it might take a bit to get an attempt going up to there. So I think at least over the course of me playing, I've only had 2 runs to the third wave so far. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I imagine this level, this one will be a lot lower scoring compared to Prismatic Haze. Obviously, with this one being placed above levels like Sonic Wave.
this level is significantly harder than Prismatic Haze.
Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna have our first run coming in from Jasuki, getting into the third wave. They all look the same, but don't worry, I know which one's the third and the fourth.
It's gonna be interesting to see how many completions these
Fourth
players
wave,
can pull off.
yeah, fourth wave coming from Jasuki. So we really have a shot at a completion immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just got a couple bursts here and there. Yep. And you just got a transition here. All right, so we got an ending attempt coming from Jasuki already.
If anyone fumbles this ending, it'd be really tragic.
This ending is really fumbleable. Like, it's not hard, but it's okay. It looks like
it does look very checkable.
okay.
But
So
I think we're
first
good.
completion from Jasuki, immediately getting 150 on the board. This level is placed, I think, in the top 130 right now. I think it's like 113, 114 at the moment.
I have Pointer Crate open. I can check for you.
So it's crazy. Within the first 2
It
minutes,
is 118 right
yeah,
now.
within the first 2 minutes, we have a completion of a level in the top 120. That's fucked up.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's over.
It's over.
But you know that there is a chance that could just be the only completion we see of this level in the next half an hour. Hopefully not. I'd like to see some more.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. But that's
I mean, right now, all eyes on LinedriveGD. Just, you know, he has to make a statement. He has to get himself on the board.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of what the level is. You'll notice that both people are playing on LDM. As far as I know, this level's not too difficult to run, but like, you know, I'm the person that verified Escape Room full detail on the old version, so I don't really have much to say for that. But
Another run in from Jasuki.
yeah, another run for Jasuki. But what you should note is that the glow in full detail is really overbearing. There's a lot of sections, especially in the second wave, that become almost invisible. What was that death from Jasuki?
I think it was 70.
Yeah, right.
But we are really close death for line drive there. Made it to 40, almost made it to percentage.
Yeah. But you know, it's just, yeah. I don't blame him for playing LDM at all. I mean, it comes down to what you're used to. Like I've tried this level in LDM and it just feels wrong. The fact that there's just nothing on the screen. But like that mini wave spam that you just saw Jasuki get past, you pretty much can't see the spikes on full detail. It's stupid. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
This is just Aquatic Aurorus, but red. And somehow has less visibility. And we're going up against a level like Aquatic Aurorus of all things. Like that you just
I mean, doesn't
cannot
this
see.
have Aquatic Aurorus assets in it?
I think it
Or
does.
I'm pretty sure that's this level.
We don't
yeah.
have to go over the Twitter drama, it's fine. So it looks like Jasuki has the first wave down pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah, this ending of the second wave is quite challenging. A lot of transitions. Another qualifying
another
attempt
run
from
for
Jasuki.
him.
Yeah, we're still.
It's interesting. It's really interesting to see once line drive gets far, if he's one of those players that just has like the ending down, you know, because we haven't seen him get there yet, but he could just straight up pop off and beat it every attempt. So we don't know.
Yeah, you are right. Like I have several third wave to 100 runs on this level. Getting the second wave to 100, I'm struggling with it a lot. So obviously everyone's experience on a level like this is going to be different, but at least from my experience, the second half of this level is a fair bit easier than the first. So we'll see if once line drive gets there, we'll get a lot more completions out of the way.
At least they're not dying at the pre-drop.
Guys, can we all wish Luigi DB a happy birthday, by the way?
It is Luigi's birthday.
It's Luigi's birthday. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Yeah, we got a fourth wave attempt from Jasuki right now. This could be another completion.
Yeah.
Yep, past mini wave, couple bursts now with this one, transition, another transition, and we're at the ending. This is probably going to be another completion.
It amazes me how good players are at this game where someone can just
Ooh,
be like,
death at the ending. That's rough.
Fumble.
Like I told you, the ending is hard, and you may have just noticed line drive missed a mini portal. This level has interesting playtesting.
Incredible.
That mini portal that you just saw Jessica go through, yes, you can skip that. I don't know if you can survive after. I don't think you can. But yeah, no, it's rough when that happens. At least it's right at the start of the level, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that both players are getting through the spam fine. I know, like, I get diffed, so as a Wooding 60 HE user, it's sort of common knowledge that spamming is a lot harder, at least wave spam, because you're almost constantly going downwards. So for that wave, my strategy is just straight up butterfly clicking.
We have line drive getting close to percentage.
Yeah, here we go.
We'll see
Line
if he
drive,
makes
Mike.
it.
Line drive is on the board.
Yeah, on the board. Let's see how far he makes it now.
Now this third wave, at least in my eyes, is a lot easier than the others. So it's quite easy to get to the fourth from here. And yes, he's at the fourth. We've also got an attempt coming out from Jasuki here. So it could be a double completion. No, death at the fourth wave and death at the third for both players.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's got to feel good for line drive though.
At least,
you know?
at least being on the
Getting
board.
jitters out, finally got a run. That's good. You know.
Yeah, getting on the board is definitely a good thing. But something you should also consider is that there is already the gap between the two teams is getting ever so larger. Baeru is going to have to do a lot at this stage to make a comeback for Team South Korea.
Now, from what I was seeing, I was checking in the players chat. I did see that Baeru apparently got 24 to 100 3 times in a row on Arctic Lights. So Baeru is definitely prepared. It's going to be an intense final match.
Yeah, and like we all know, like Baeru is a demon. I think he's currently in the top 10 on Pointer Crate. So lots of experience behind him. He's been playing for years. So we'll see what happens. We've got line drive approaching the second half of the second wave. We also have a second wave attempt coming from
We do still have
Jasuki.
23 minutes left.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. We've got an attempt coming out from line drive now at qualifying. So this is really good. Getting to close the
Jasuki
gap a
dies
little
at
bit.
36.
Yep.
It's going to close the
Looks
gap.
like we're going to get, not a third wave attempt, fourth wave attempt. So, yep. Another, just slowly closing the gap. There's now a less than 300 point difference, but you've got the other 150 points from the previous match on top of it. You can see by the team score, it's a 600 point difference. It's still a long way to go for line drive.
I believe.
Maybe.
I believe. We could have simultaneous attempts here. Does look like Jasuki's going to make it, but line drive drives right at 40.
That's rough.
That's going to be big for Jasuki, able to pull himself away a little bit more. And we'll see. He does make it to the fourth wave.
Yeah, Jasuki's just
Now,
kind of
we'll see if-
fourth wave death.
Ooh.
Yeah, like the main feature of the fourth wave is that it's a lot similar to levels like Aquatic Auroras, where there are spikes on the walls everywhere, and they're very hard to see just because it's all blending and everything. So
Ooh, Jasuki dies right before the third wave.
very
Or no, not Jasuki, sorry, line drive.
very easy to mess up in the last wave because of the amount of spikes there are, and transitions. But yeah, it's just their playing level is not much to say. Really to know where they are in the level. I mean, I know it sounds funny. Look at the percentage to know how far they are, but like genuinely, the level looks the same the whole way through. So you kind of need the percentage to know. We've got another qualifying attempt coming out from Jasuki.
Yeah.
It's just.
We'll see if he'll make it to the end again. Doesn't. I cursed him. 58.
Well, only at 1 completion, but if we have a look, we're at 7 qualifying attempts for Jasuki and only 2 for line drive. Like it's dominance at the moment.
It seems that line drive's struggling at the part right before qualifying percentages, which has gotta suck. Like.
Yeah, and I mean the ending of the second wave is quite difficult. You get a very quick change to 4 times speed, and I think it goes down to 2 times then as well. So it definitely challenging transitions you got to manage. So here we have the 4 and then the 2. Like yeah, it's rough. But it looks like Jasuki has it
another
down.
Percentage from
Yeah.
Jasuki, yeah. We'll see if line drive can do it this time.
Okay.
No, he can't.
And like even though
Jasuki
Jasuki isn't getting completions, the fact that he's getting to qualifying whilst line drive isn't, it's just stretching the gap even further.
Yeah.
Like at the moment, Baeru's really got a lot set out for him to get the win here.
Yeah.
Second wave attempt from Jasuki.
We all know Baeru is an incredible player, though. It's definitely doable, and it's definitely still doable if line drive focuses up. Because I definitely think line drive has had a lot of attempts that have died right before
Another
that
qualifying
percentage.
percent.
If he just starts pulling those through, it'll become close again.
Well, about focusing, if I'm going to be honest, this level is mainly a brain off level. Like you've gotten a 4th wave attempt. I'll get back to it, but Jasuki is just playing ridiculous.
Yeah, insane.
Okay, another death at the 4th wave. But yeah, no, like this level you pretty much go on autopilot for most of it. It's so fast, there's not really a way to focus. It's just you learn the click pattern and you do the click pattern and then just hope.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta hope it works out. And it looks like for Jasuki, it's to an extent working out. Line drive, not so much. Just counting up the deaths in the 1st and 2nd wave. And it looks like we're gonna get another run from Jasuki. Yeah, it's 20 minutes left for sure. But
where you've got to be frustrated. Like these deaths have been really rough for him right before the qualifying percentage.
4th wave attempt.
Yeah.
They're just doing the thing. The ending of the 4th wave.
Dies at the spam, but Jasuki's going
death at
80%.
the bursts. Yeah, those bursts are quite tricky. If you lose your stamina, and especially because of how much of this level is fast click patterns, and that mainly comes from the fact that wave is the majority of this level. And how quickly you get to the wave, a long session can really tire you out. So we'll see. Going into the last like 10 minutes or so, it may come down to like who has the most stamina.
Yeah.
This could be a what's it? A turtle and hare race.
There we go. We have a qualifying percentage run from line drive. I got you.
Yep.
There we go. We'll see if we can make it to the 4th wave.
4th wave attempt. Okay, the completion is on the board here.
The completion would really be needed from line drive here, but he doesn't get it.
That spike is rough. Like it's a really hard place, and you got spikes at the top and the bottom that you got to get yourself through there.
I mean, my hardest is ethereal artifice. All of this looks impossible to me.
Yeah.
So like,
you find the Panato. Is it Panato's part? That wave.
I do find that wave hard. Yeah.
No, that wave's not hard. Just get better. Lol.
Shut up. I've been and you haven't, which means I'm objectively a better player than you.
Yeah, you're right. But like, remember how I got the level in 2 runs in like 20 minutes?
And I have 100, so.
Oh, shit, you're right. I'll beat it after this, okay? We're saying call, I'm beating it.
Oh god.
Even
I hate that you were saying that because I know it's gonna happen.
Even though I should play Rust, I need to beat that. But yeah, no.
Yeah. Just beat Sunset is hard.
Are you playing?
Game's too hard, man.
Are you playing Sunset right now?
No, I'm not. Viper just told me to beat Sunset, and I'm like, that was impossible, man.
Yeah, no.
Everything in this game is impossible.
I don't think you'd like Sunset that much.
No, I think I would.
You think you would really? Okay.
I think I would.
Yeah. I feel like that.
But we do
I feel
have
like
Jasuki on a run right now.
I feel like the pre-drop's gonna be the worst, and you're gonna die at like the wave at the drop a lot. Because I don't know.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Because I don't think you're very good at those like burst patterns that well.
I'm not.
Yeah. I'm talking you out
Anyways,
of it.
enough of me.
Play levels like you should play Shutdown by Minishui and Oli SW because I made Shutdown, by the way.
Shut up.
That's like a reference to Shutdown because Shut Up is in the
Shut down
level.
reference.
Guys,
Oh, shut
do
up.
we all know about the Shut Up Easter egg and Shutdown? I hope we do. By the way, Jasuki is approaching qualifying
Jasuki's on a
percent.
run.
Finally, we've got a run again. Oh, why am I saying finally? It's a list demon, but
There was also totally a run in the middle of you telling me to play Shutdown,
Oh,
and
it's
you
fine.
just like.
Yeah, Rico, I'll show you afterwards. It's
At
awesome.
the 4th wave right now.
Yeah, Jasuki on track to get another completion. We'll see how the bursts go. One burst, two
Hasn't been a
bursts,
completion since that
transition,
very first
another
percentage.
transition. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Finally at the ending again. We'll see if he fumbles it this time.
And again, the ending is quite difficult with all the moving objects. It's hard to keep track of everything, but it looks like, yeah, it's going to be another completion.
Yeah.
Yeah, this gap's getting ridiculous. It's almost an 800
Gap's getting wider.
Yeah, it is almost an 800 point gap between the two. I mean, with 16 minutes left, it's gonna be rough to catch up here.
Incredible show of skill from Jasuki, really. We have line drive at the second wave. We'll see if he can do it. Right now, the second wave is just his enemy, though. Keeps dying right here.
Yeah, I mean, this like that doesn't look very difficult. The ending at this like that middle section of the second wave, almost the normal wave, but it's such an odd click pattern. From what you're dealing with beforehand, like you have at least for me, I have a tendency of dying by releasing too early. So yeah.
What I've noticed is there's this right where it goes to 4 times, this mini wave transition that I think I've seen line drive die at 4 or 5 separate times now, which has got to suck when you're just trying to like the exact same thing. But it looks very difficult. I mean, anyone who's played a wave level knows these speed transitions will really get you. So yeah.
And Zombie, you should consider, I think Line Drive is a replacement player, if I remember correctly. So it's just kind of an inherent disadvantage.
I mean, regardless, I think, some people like, even if someone's beating more levels, someone could just be more consistent at the game. Like, that is just how that works inherently. So you never know.
Like, I know this is a really niche case, but like, let's just think Braden Ball, right? Braden Ball would own anyone at a probably even a Black Blizzard race. Just because of his Blind Blizzard, Sunset Sandstorm as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It really is on a level by level basis.
Yeah, because you got to think. When I was doing Prismatic Haze, I think Kyoto's hardest at that time was Tartarus, maybe Bloodlust. It was before I beat Bloodlust, I think, when I did the Prismatic Haze race. So there was definitely there was definitely a gap between us, and I still managed to come on top. It just comes down to how much you practiced.
Yeah. Does look like Jasuki is approaching another qualifying percentage run. We'll see if he can make it, and he does.
Here we go. Looks like the gap is
Absolutely
the gap
unreal
is
skill.
800 now. Unless if we can get Line Drive to cancel that out for a moment. Yeah, I saw that. Don't worry.
Yeah. I was so confused.
Yeah, death at the spam. Line Drive at the fourth. Line Drive. Jasuki at the 4th wave. Yeah.
We'll see if it's another completion coming in. No, I keep cursing them, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, Line Drive is going to have to completely pop off, beating it almost every attempt from this point onwards with 13 minutes left and 850 points to get. And to catch up to Team Mexico, you're going to have to get 1,000 points to catch up because of the 150 point bonus.
Right now, the point, we're looking at 3 runs at the percentage versus 13. I mean, Jasuki has just been playing out of his mind.
And, I know it at least appears not to be the case for Line Drive, but when you're practicing levels like this for a tournament, you got to think, like, what method are you going to do? Are you going to do the method where you practice everything before the qualifying percent so you at least almost guarantee points? Or do you try to go for the 150 by practicing everything in the qualifying percent?
We have another run here from Line Drive.
That's true. Up to the 4th wave, another chance.
Wave. Oh, but we have a simultaneous run from Jasuki.
Yeah, it'd be a real shame if death in the 3rd wave for Jasuki. And okay, it looks like we're gonna get to the last ending part for Line Drive. Okay.
Could we get a completion? This would be really big.
The Flooful Blessing. It looks like there will be a that was close on the last straight fly. The last straight fly, almost to death there. But a completion there puts Line Drive on the board for completions. But
Yeah,
is it really going to matter? Because we have Jasuki here approaching qualifying percent and has hit it again. Like, it's just...
Chris Paul hits a big 3 to cut the lead down to 42. It's like...
Yeah. Last wave again, like, it just could immediately cancel out a Line Drive's completion. What can you do against a player like this? Yep, it's going to be a ending attempt. Yep, ending attempt here. It's very much...
I remember, Jasuki has died here before. It's not guaranteed.
Okay, well, it's pretty much guaranteed at this point onwards.
Shh.
Unless if you die at the straight fly, that'd be funny. Do it first. No, okay.
Okay, there we go.
So another completion. We're at 3 completions for Jasuki over the course of 20 minutes, which is still ridiculous for a level like Molten Core.
I mean, just think of how insane that is. Like, a top 120 demon has been beaten 3 times by the same person in 20 minutes. Doesn't make any sense.
Actually, but we saw Acheron get beaten 2 times in a day.
I said by the same person.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, we're both at the first wave. Line Drive with the slight upper hand here. And they're both at the start.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I think it's a good time for water break.
Water break. Stay hydrated, kids.
Colorblind! I love colorblind.
Hey, we got a lot of Jasuki goat messages in the chat.
Can we get a shout out?
Honestly,
Guys, can we get a personal shout out to Olu 2.1 creating meta? You can't hear the music, but we're listening to Colorblind right now.
oh, okay. I'm so confused. I'm listening to the Celeste OST, and so it's like the most calm song playing right now, and you're like...
Yep. I love Olu 2.1. Next we need 2K9 Battle Jam. I don't think that's in the playlist.
Oh, I love 2K9 Battle Jam. That's such a good song. Both players are the exact same place first wave.
Never mind.
Never mind.
And second wave attempt from Line Drive. Okay. Going a bit further into the spam, transitioning out of the spam, awkward wave, mini wave, and it looks like we got another qualifying attempt from Line Drive. Jasuki's struggling at the first third. So it's okay. Death at the third wave, slightly closing the gap, but
really, Line Drive just needs to start getting these runs in if he wants any chance of making it close. Even.
Yep. And if South Korea wants to win this whole thing, it's pretty much going to be entirely reliant on I actually can't remember who Baeru's opponent is, but they just got to go AFK. And even then, Baeru's got to just absolutely pop off, getting, what's that, 1100 points at the moment.
Bad host, so I'll help you. It's Doshit is playing.
Yeah, bad host. Yeah, my bad.
Baeru. Bad host.
What do you mean getting dumped on by Australian internet? I'm still at 203 drop frames, which is what I had at the start. So that's on you, Rico. I hate the Europeans.
W.
Doshit's not going AFK. Are you sure? Are you sure, Zekoid?
Are you sure about that, though? We never know.
It would be a real shame if they spilt water on their keyboard, assuming they played on keyboard. It'd be a real shame. Guys, remember to drink water. It'd be a real
shame if I poured water on his power supply.
Guys, drink water. Everyone, drink water. No thumbs up. Okay, Zekoid. Yeah, both in the first half. Jasuki making his way to qualifying. I don't think we've seen a qualifying. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen a qualifying run.
It's been a minute, yeah.
And it's still going to be
we don't get it from
it's still going to be another minute.
I mean, no, Line Drive is almost. Never mind.
I think we should shut up. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Shutting up for the next 30 seconds.
We have the organizer in chat saying theoretically speeding the game up is not against the rules.
It is against point of crate rules. You can get a record rejected for that. And I believe speeding up, the game does red out the cheat indicator. So, or if you're based, it makes the cheat indicator yellow. Because can we get a personal shout out to autosave mode? My goat.
It doesn't. Oh, Rico tried it. Apparently, it doesn't.
Okay. It's worth maybe. And I mean, considering how this level is just muscle memory based, you just got to speed up the click pattern. It is possible.
Just click faster.
It's not that hard. Faster, especially in that mini wave spam. Just click faster.
It's yeah.
I'm pretty sure it used to red cheat indicator, Zekoid.
I mean, right now, really, the difference, we have 7 runs for line drive and 16 runs for Jasuki. The difference is staggering right now.
Yeah, it's going to be almost a 1,000 point difference after the 150 bonus. So, yeah.
I mean, right now, Mexico is in the lead by 11:37, not to mention the 150 point bonus. I mean, it's going to be a real tough task for Baeru, but anything is possible.
Guys, doable.
Especially when a
Doable
top 10
copium.
player is playing.
Doable copium.
No. I believe, trust.
Zekoid,
Oh, yeah, I
Zekoid,
don't-
my Colorado record got rejected for having a hand cam. Don't worry about it. I had to beat that shit 3 times. Okay, to be fair, you couldn't hear the clicks because my Shadowplay broke, so I had to use Stream VOD, so you couldn't hear the clicks that well. But like, there's a hand cam.
The Discord link unpinned, so I pinned Rico's new one.
All right, cool. Colorblind is over. Rest in peace. We've got 6 minutes left on the timer.
We could get another run from Jasuki here.
Okay, so really, like, to get this this win here, Line Drive is going to have to go like 2.5 times speed, and then beat it every single attempt, and then Jasuki has to go AFK. That's pretty much the only way out at this point.
All right, give me a second. Hacking Jasuki Wi-Fi real quick.
Yep.
I'm in.
Jasuki, you want to void click so bad. Ooh, you want to
Ooh.
double click. Ooh.
You want a finger glog? Ooh.
Okay, death, not death. Run to the ending. Could be another completion. Probably will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. And you don't actually know what the mental is like for these 2 players. Like, there's a very real chance that Jasuki is just completely in the dumps. Like, gee, I'm playing so bad. Line Drive probably has like a billion completions. Because I remember being like this, where it's like you feel like you aren't playing that well. Because I mean, for how much practice you're doing, 4 completions over half an hour is probably below expectations. So you know, Jasuki's mental is probably in the dumps right now, and I mean probably Line Drive as well, with 1 completion only. But yeah,
I know Lime Drive's got a bit feeling it right now. Some of those deaths he's had right before qualifying percentage have been so sad.
yeah, it's rough.
And I mean, obviously it's difficult, but you know it gets to you after a certain point, no matter how strong your mental is. We do have another run from Jasuki here. Could potentially make it to the 4th wave again. Just complete dominance. Imagine if someone died at that cube transition.
What's the cube transition? Oh yeah. The between the
Right
wave.
before the 4th wave.
Like, the only cube transition you're dying to is the one between the 1st and 2nd, because you got extended triples, which is really only 1, because you just got to hold for the 2nd click. But it's possible. I've died there.
We have a 24-person raid from Cheater Human 42. Welcome.
Hello, Cheetah Human 42. We've got a completion from Jasuki, by the way. You may have missed that.
Another completion from Jasuki.
Yeah.
5 completions. It's crazy.
Five times? Yeah,
Makes no
yeah,
sense.
5 completions within half an hour, with still time left.
Could go for 6 potentially. I don't doubt it. But I mean, even if he just ends with 5, that's 1 completion every 6 minutes. That's insanely
Guys,
impressive.
let's unmute Jasuki. If they complete it within the next 3 minutes, they get 1,000 points. If they don't, they lose all of their points. Thoughts? I'm kidding.
W.
I'm kidding.
I agree.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, let's do it.
Real. Yeah, exactly. Cool new rule.
The all or nothing round. I'm so down for
You got
this.
75. What level are you playing again, Person Human? I can't remember what you're doing right now.
The golden.
The Jolden. My
Jolden.
favorite. You don't get the Viper Venom fluke. Unfortunate. We got a qualifying run from Jasuki. 3rd wave.
Yeah.
Going strong.
Nothing new. One thing I want to point out is that I know it's a lower percentage, but Jasuki has gotten more runs to qualifying than Diris and Clutter did. Which obviously there's 10 extra minutes, but still. On a level this hard, it's insanely impressive.
We also got a qualifying from Line Drive, actually. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Where he's at 3rd wave, approaching the 4th.
I was just spaced out. I was
Oh,
like,
last click of the 3rd.
oh,
That's rough.
that's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, just back at the start now, so we get to relax for a bit as we wait for a 3rd wave run. See, unlike Prismatic Haze, like every click is a risk to die at. because it's just
Yeah.
this level just plays weird. Like it's really skill based, but really weird just because of also how muscle memory based it is.
Plus, the level's just hard. Like,
Yeah,
it's just a hard level.
this level is a better memory level than Limbo. I will not speak further.
I hate that you're saying that, and I know that you're not joking.
See, when I mean better, I don't mean like better in terms of quality. I mean better as in better at being a memory level. I will not speak further. 2 qualifying run. Just kidding. It's second wave. See, that's the struggle with this level. You just can't tell. 4th wave for Jasuki.
Yeah. No cube transition death. Incredible.
Viper Venom, you've got first Victor bias. Doesn't count. And an ending attempt for Jasuki.
Could be 6 completions here if he just closes this one out.
Yeah, we've got 1 minute left. So you can't, at this point, I don't think you can get to 2,000 points. But either way, high 1,000s on Molten Core is ridiculous.
1830 points could potentially make it 1980 if he gets another completion here,
And
which is very unlikely,
yeah.
but still.
thought Jello would
20
be in.
runs
Yeah.
past qualifying
Jello
percentage,
probably
like,
said no.
crazy.
Chances are Jello was
Yeah, I'm pretty
asked.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jeller said no.
Okay, we've got 30 seconds left. So we are approaching the last attempt. I will be keeping an eye on the timer. Second wave attempt for line drive.
I mean, really,
Death at
you
the
can't fault
spam.
players for saying no. Like, this is a very big task to do.
Yep.
It takes really intensive practice, and then obviously playing in front of a live audience is very nerve-wracking. So
Yeah, refs, can we get ready to undeafen for the last attempt? So yep, last attempt.
both players at the exact same place right
Last
now.
attempt for both
See
of
how
you.
it goes.
Good luck. See what happens. It looks like both are going to get qualifying. Yep, both
Oh,
are
yeah,
qualifying.
Interesting. Double completion.
Double completion.
Hold.
Death at the third wave.
Aw.
I didn't catch that percentage, but hopefully we did get it. We're at 4th wave for Jasuki.
That's not our job, so we're good.
Yeah, ridiculous performance for Jasuki. Like,
Yeah.
And if he does get this completion, which it looks like he will actually get this completion. Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Is at the end approaching 2,000 points and technically crossing the 2,000s with a 150 bonus. Baeru has a lot of work cut out for him. Going into Arctic Lights, yeah. So 7 completions of Molten Core for Jasuki. And I mean, line drive still getting 1 in half an hour is still crazy. Don't get me wrong. It's a list demon.
We don't want to
Yeah.
undersell Line Drive's performance. Line Drive still played great, but
It's
I mean, just goes to show how good these players are. nowadays.
Jasuki,
It's
my
crazy.
goat. But yeah, there's not much to say. I don't think the players have anything they want to say to the stream. Is there anything? Yes, no, maybe.
No, I think that's it.
I think that's
I think we're.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go on another 5-minute break, getting ready for Arctic Lights as the last level. Another half an hour between Doshit and Baeru. So yeah, we will see you then. So I need to do the mutes. Good morning. We're back again.
We're so back.
Arctic Lights. Baeru versus Doshit. South Korea versus Mexico. Baeru has to climb, what was it, 1,800 points to overtake. So yeah, it's gonna be a hard one for Baeru for sure. But you know, it's Baeru. We'll see what happens.
Everything is doable.
Anyways, Doshit, how are you feeling?
I feel well. I practice a lot, so I hope I win.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Is there anything within the level that you really think is a standout part in terms of difficulty?
Probably 38 and 60 to 70.
Yeah, I remember when like I did a couple runs of it yesterday, just sort of get familiar with it. I am in agreement with you there. That sort of 30 to 40 range in the 60s, it's rough. But
Yeah.
and I think that will mainly come down to where you qualify and things like that. But I think we'll get ready to start. There's not much else to add. I'm just gonna get the timer ready. I almost made it a 30-hour timer.
Incredible.
Incredible. So if everyone could open the level and pause at the first frame, that'd be great.
Like this.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
If Baeru, you
Yeah.
could do the same by pressing play and pausing. Yep. Okay.
All
Cool.
right.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll get ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
All right. So I have their pointer crate profiles pulled up. If you guys don't know, Baeru is currently top 10, and he has beaten Slaughterhouse, has 31 main lists done. So Baeru, obviously, his record speaks for himself. But Doshit also has Abyss of Darkness completed, 17 main lists. So this match is going to be, you know, pretty much just up to how they've practiced.
Yeah.
They're obviously Baeru is a monster. His legacy speaks for himself. But both players are incredibly good at the game.
That would
Baeru already got a run to 41 right before the percentage.
that would make it both players have beaten a level in the top 5. I think AOD is still top 5 in Slaughterhouse, right?
Slaughterhouse is, or AOD is 6.
Oh, okay,
so,
gotcha. What's it? 5.
Yeah,
Kuki.
Kyuki.
Yeah.
crazy.
Great.
Wham.
Great. But here we go. Qualifying percent at 46. Doshit approaching it already, dying at one of the harder parts. That part there is very difficult. Awkward click patterns all over the place. So yeah, and I mean that's coming from a couple practice runs. I'm sure once you learn it, it becomes a bit easier. But yeah, that was one of the standout parts for me. It's a lot of spikes on walls you're dealing with.
Yeah, imagine having list points. That's crazy.
Yeah, qualifying is 46.
So, in case you guys missed it earlier, I did say Baeru did 24 to 100 3 times in a row, an hour or two ago. So Baeru's definitely prepared and ready.
Yeah. And we just saw a death at 42 for Baeru. So there's gonna be a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like of all levels to try and get 1800 points, Arctic Lights is the level you do not want to be playing because of how much of its difficulty is right before qualifying percent. So it's gonna be rough. See, another death for Doshit at 43. So
It's crazy how I just watched Baeru die at the first click 4 times in a row, and now he's probably gonna get like 50.
yeah, that happens. So yeah, this I think compared to Molten Core, we're gonna have even less qualifying runs, unless if both players can pick up at the 40% region. We've got
Baeru
Baeru.
getting close.
Nah, Baeru
Never
dying
mind.
at that area again.
Mm.
So yeah, it's I don't want to say it already, but at this stage with almost 3 minutes past, like those 3 minutes are very valuable for Baeru. It's almost entirely determined the game from this point onwards. It's going to be, yeah, almost impossible to catch up. Oh my god, it's the song
What's playing?
sounds.
I genuinely think I cursed Jasuki like 8 different times last match. It was crazy.
I'll just let you speak then when Doshit gets far.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. And his Wi-Fi is gonna cut out now.
He lagged. Okay.
Yeah, you know, you got Doshit getting far. You know, potentially could make it to qualifying for the first time.
Nope.
There it
You
is.
thought.
There it is.
You thought.
There it is.
Okay, but what about Baeru?
guys?
What about Baeru?
Don't worry, Korea. I got you guys. Don't worry.
I got you. But
I'm not speaking.
here we go. qualifying percent achieved for Baeru. First run at the qualifying.
Notice how I didn't speak?
Yeah, notice how you didn't speak. It's yeah, quite useful. We've got the next hard part approaching with this ridiculous transition. Hits the transition. Okay, this could be a run to the end. We might get a completion already from Baeru. And at the end, there's one click. There's literally one click you gotta watch out for. And I know exactly which one it is. He passes the click. This will be a completion. First completion for Team South Korea. Getting the 150 points. Arctic Lights, the original end screen as well. That's awesome.
Oh, they changed it, didn't they?
Yeah, Solani face on the official version.
Yeah, right. Forgot about that.
I love Neutral.
Why
Why is he playing LDM take away his points? No, there's object compensation in the end screen. Looks like we're gonna have a qualifying percent from Doshit. Making it
Baeru drives right before 50.
yep, and
So
Doshit
at least he's on the board.
yeah, Doshit dies to Sonic Wave, so that's rough.
Yeah.
They're both playing LDM. You hate this song?
I realized
Shut
what you
up,
meant when
Rico.
you said Sonic Wave. You're so stupid. That took me a second. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think all of the players have played on LDM today, so they're all actually cheaters, and this match doesn't count.
This is
but-
why you should get me to play. As a owner of the 5800X3D, we'll get back to it, because Baeru is at qualifying percent. Passes Sonic
That's true.
Wave.
That's a Sonic Wave, of course.
Dual Wave, the D block, yep. Transition. Does not do the transition.
Ooh.
That's rough.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's on the board.
Yep.
This is the first time in the whole match, I believe, South Korea has been ahead. So, like, at least, 1v1 wise. Obviously, there's still a 1,600 point deficit between the two teams, but.
Yeah, well, not much to say.
I'm drinking water.
You're drinking water. That's about it.
Stay hydrated, guys.
Stay hydrated. It's important. But yeah, I guess Arctic Lights is quite similar to Molten Core. I mean, obviously it's a 9 circles level, being majority wave, but the wave does start very early. We've got a qualifying percent from
Push
Doshit.
it back.
Doshit Sonic Wave? No, okay. So this could be a deep
And we
run.
have one from Baeru too.
Yep,
Simultaneous rounds.
I'm watching Doshit right now. Dies at that clicks really hard. Such an awkward transition. Does Baeru do the same? No, Baeru passes it. This could be
Fast
another
transition.
completion for Baeru because this ending of the wave is much easier. Gets to the ending, literally one click you could die to at this
We'll
point.
just see if he dies at 90 now.
Do you die to the click? The click. Ooh, passes it.
he
Another
passed it.
completion for Baeru. Unless you
Oh,
die.
he's
at
actually
the-
skipping that black orb though, so
Oh,
he's
yeah,
also cheating.
Yeah, minus 50 points.
Minus 50 points.
Okay. Baeru's doing Baeru things. But Doshit has passed the hard part and has made it to qualifying percent. Would get a completion to at least sort of
That's
close the
Sonic
gap.
Wave.
We've just got the one hard part and then the click at the end. Here we go. Passes the part. We got an attempt at the end of the wave and should pass it. And does pass it
Yeah.
at the last cube. Could die at 90. But that's really about it. Skips the black orb.
Yeah.
Real one. Passes 90. And it's a completion for Doshit.
There it is. Yeah.
So there we go. Both players on the board for completions. They actually have the same amount of qualifying attempts. Both with 3. It's just that Baeru has the advantage of 2 completions.
Which is insane. Like,
Yep.
Can we just point that out for a second? He's made it to 46 3 times and beaten the level twice out of those 3. That's crazy.
And, I mean, yeah, to be fair, the second half of the wave is a fair bit easier, but you got to consider, you pass the hard part,
mean,
you're going to get
yeah.
nervous. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So,
that's especially in a live show match in front of a bunch of people. Like,
Yeah, you're going to be
not
nervous
to mention
even
his
getting into
first
it.
run where you still have the nerves of like, oh my god, what the fuck's going on? Where Baeru literally said he was nervous. and
Okay,
his first run of 46,
Doshit
he
is
just
at
won.
qualifying again. Doshit really could catch up here. This one completion will put him in the lead. So it's going to come down to this. Baeru's lead could be very short-lived. We have Doshit passing the hard part of the wave, or the last hard part of the wave. And it's just going to come down to this 90. If Doshit gets the completion, it's going to be Mexico ahead again. Which pretty much is wraps at this point. Yeah, Doshit has passed the click, and we'll get another completion, putting Mexico in the lead for Arctic Lights.
I wonder, has anyone ever died to the like ship like not on purpose?
I
Like,
am
the
not sure.
very last
If
ship,
anyone has, it's a void click, for sure.
for sure.
only way you
Viper
die
says
there-
yes.
Viper, who died there? At least one person. Okay.
Would love to know. I know it's happened in Aquatic Auroras, I'm pretty sure, but
Didn't I die at the last ship of Aquatic Aurora? I can't remember if I did.
Mm.
I know I had like a several ending deaths on Aquatic. Someone died to the last corridor. That's rough.
yeah, I was talking about the very last ship, not like the one before the few cube clicks. Jesus, I can't speak.
Yeah.
English is hard.
English is hard. That's true. Speak Spanish instead.
Hola, yo soy Michael. Yo puedo hablar español por el resto de
Bro
este
is saying
torneo.
words. Qualifying percent for
Bro
Dosha.
is speaking.
Past the Sonic Wave. That was a very close call there. Saw the trail clip in. You know, no clip, guys. The trail hit the wall, therefore no clip. Remember when that was an actual like point of evidence? That was funny. Dosha dies to the ending of the wave. That's rough. But extends
Baeru does make it back though.
extends the lead.
Baeru's at 60.
Yeah. Okay. Lead is still pretty much equal then.
Yeah. Only a 50-point difference between the two. Honestly, this is kind of what I was expecting. Like, both of these players are insanely talented. It's just, you know, it definitely didn't curse Baeru again. Dude, I really do just need to stop talking at some point. Like, it's crazy.
I think it flew over my head, thankfully. Unless if it was Spanish, Mike is speaking.
It was not Spanish.
Oh,
no.
it's over. What did you say?
I was literally about to say. I was about to say Baeru's at 63 and he died at 62.7.
Speaking Baeru, qualifying percent, Sonic Wave does fine. Yeah, just yeah. An attempt at the hard part of the second half, gets past it. This could be another completion for Baeru. It's crazy. We're at 5 completions at this point for both players. Never mind, there's a death at the ship. That's rough.
That's gotta say, yeah.
But it puts Baeru back in the lead at least. Except not anymore. Dosha has hit qualifying, guaranteeing a lead from this attempt.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Dosha is too consistent for Baeru to get those 1,600 points back. So it looks like it'll be a Team Mexico win, and to make matters worse, it looks like Dosha is going to get a completion, bringing his total up to
third
3.
complete board. It's crazy.
50% pass rate of getting to qualifying or beating it.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know
Players are so good at the game.
I don't know
It
what to
doesn't make
say.
any sense.
Guys, can we ban the bypass again? Like, can we just do that? Can we please go back? See, I recently upgraded to 280 hertz, so I think it's only fair.
For anyone wondering, this level is 85 on the list, so these guys are beating a top 90 demon fucking half the time they're making it to 46. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
But do consider, whilst it is in top 90, if you do open the forbidden server that is Demonless Pros, you will see a lot of people saying that it is the easiest shit ever. So
Arctic Light's free.
so yeah, you got to watch out here. So maybe it's not 90. We'll find out. But we've got another qualifying attempt for Dosha. It's crazy.
That was crazy ones. Locked me in a room. A rubber room with rats.
Qualifying
and
percent for
rats made me
Baeru
crazy.
and ending attempt for Doshit. So I'm keeping an eye on Doshit here. I also see Baeru is approaching the hard parts. Oh, that's rough! Missing the green orb and then failing the transition with the blue portal. Ouch! Baeru has an
That
attempt to capitalize on
stings.
that going into the ending.
We now have both players have died at the last, or not the last ship. but the
Second
ending
last ship.
sorry.
Second last ship.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a completion for Baeru to capitalize off that. That is huge with the bonus 50 points.
Yeah, it brings it back to only a 61 point difference between the two. This game is insanely close.
Death at the dual wave transition. My favorite.
Yeah, that would have been a double clear if Doja didn't choke. It's tragic. It's always bothered me why the wave, like, you know, on like this first part of the wave where the wave trail randomly goes crazy, you know? How it creates the giant vertical white line.
Yeah. That's just a thing that
I hate
happens.
that. It pisses me off.
I love giant vertical white line. Anyways, qualifying attempt for Baeru and same for Doshit.
For both, yeah.
This could be the double completion. Never mind.
Nope.
Baeru has died for clicking like probably
Pull the
one
mic.
frame too early. You know, my classic.
Yeah.
Anyways, Doshit might get the completion to make up for his ending death. getting to the ending. Don't die at the ship. You need to hit the green orb. The green orb is important.
He's your friend.
Or you could be swag.
It's
and
the green
hits
orb,
the
good
green orb,
job.
does the jump, gets the completion. All right.
There we go.
Doshit extends the lead even further. 5 points difference, now 155. That puts a safe 1 completion away, so that's great.
He brought it back.
He brought it back. How much left? We got 16 minutes left. So yeah, maybe Baeru should consider taking up my offer of the
The bot?
of the bot. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was on stream or not. No, that was in the intermission.
That wasn't on stream, no.
Yeah, so yeah, Baeru's got a bot, guys.
Basically, we sent Baeru the script, so it's fine.
Yeah,
This is just for content.
Yeah. No. But I don't think the script's even gonna work here because we see Doshit. Maybe Doshit intercepted the message or something, but Doshit has made it to qualifying percent yet again.
Yeah. We should deduct 100 points for not following the script.
Yeah. You're right, actually.
Anyways, Doshit at the ending, Baeru back at qualifying percentage. Could be a double completion here.
It really could be, but is this gonna be 2 completions in a row in terms of drop attempts? For
I think it is.
for Doshit, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And a death at the
oh,
ending
and a
for
77.
ending of the way for yeah, for Baeru. That's rough. The lead is
Yeah.
really slipping away now. We're now at 228 difference.
Doshit has been the first to cross 1,000 points. So,
Yeah, there you go.
you know, incredibly impressive.
The fact
from
that
all
all-
the players that have played
yeah.
today.
Mexico has passed 1,000 points every single level. That's ridiculous. Especially for Arctic
Not to
Lights.
mention Jasuki's insane performance, getting 1980 on Molten Core.
That's ridiculous.
Crazy. Yeah.
Qualifying percent for Baeru could also get to 1,000. Not from this attempt, but at least do something. Not definitely.
65.
Yeah, Baeru's struggling. I reckon it's the nerves, if anything.
I reckon the nerves are getting through, yeah.
Knowing what we were expecting from Baeru with 3 drop to 100 attempts. Was it drop to 100 or just 24 to 100?
24 to 100, which is like the wave, so
Yeah, so drop to 100.
same thing. Same thing.
Yeah, he's probably frustrated, nervous, and Doshit chilling. Another qualifying percent.
Another qualifying run. I mean, you really do have to think the amount of pressure that like just this whole situation has to put on players. You've been through it. It's very nerve-wracking.
For sure. And is it going to be another ending attempt? Yeah, it is. Like,
Could get one.
another ending attempt for Doshit.
Yeah.
Don't die
there
to
it
the
is.
ship. Qualifying percent for Baeru. So that's cool. But doesn't really matter
Yep.
when Doshit completes it again. I think is that
Yeah.
his 3rd attempt in a row in terms of qualifying percent being completion.
I honestly, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we have.
Yeah, it is.
Here we have.
Not to mention there was the stupid death at the ship, and the 2 attempts or the attempt right before that was another completion. So if he hadn't choked the ship, it would have been 5 completions.
It
in a
looks like
row
Baeru's going to get
after
a
getting the
completion
qualifying
here,
percentage.
bringing the total
Yeah, we got a
completions.
double.
Just kidding.
No.
Held for slightly too long.
No.
That's rough.
rough.
That cancels out the chance of getting the 1,000 points. I mean, 13
Yeah.
minutes. Baeru will get 1,000.
Yeah.
But the question is,
I know Baeru's got to be frustrated.
can Doshit bring Mexico to 6,000 points? And he probably will. He only needs what's it?
303 more.
Yeah, well, realistically,
Well, not even
just one
because if you
completion.
get the 150 from the
But I mean, it's not totally off the table. 200 point difference is not much. Both are qualifying percent though, so this
Yeah.
attempt is not going to make much of a difference. With Doshit probably getting another completion, which will pretty much guarantee the 6,000 points for his team.
Yeah.
And yeah, another completion. Ridiculous stuff.
We could have got a double completion
Yeah,
here.
Baeru.
Maybe. If,
Oh my god!
Wow, I,
I
need to
feel
stop
bad.
Speaking,
I feel
bro.
bad. I feel bad.
I feel bad.
I feel bad.
That's 3 bad deaths, man. That's crazy.
I feel bad. I feel awful. Someone help this. Give Baeru an extra 10 minutes, please.
Guys, get him the bot.
Get him the
We
bot.
need to get him the bot. Just for the ending, though.
Guys, anyone from newly rated extremes here? Can we get him the bot over? I spilt water on my shirt. It's over. GG. Sorry.
Good job.
I can't drink water.
I can. I'm better than you.
Yeah, you're right. Is this? Yeah, it's a qualifying percent from Doshit. Was there one from Baeru? I think I missed. Maybe. I don't think it was.
Maybe.
No, I
I
don't,
will
I don't
check.
think it was.
There was not.
Yep. Any attempt for Doshit.
I will say I definitely did not choke on water like as soon as the stream started and have to hide it.
Yep.
Definitely did not
Definitely
happen.
did not
there.
happen. But you know what isn't happening? Doshit losing because he gets another completion. Like,
He gets another completion.
he's now 3 points away from 6,000 for Team
Like-
Mexico.
Just to point out, Doshit has made it to 46 12 times, and 8 of those times he's beaten it. Not to mention one of them was a really sad choke at the
Yeah.
ending, missing an orb.
Like,
Insane performance from him.
I know it won't happen, but you know, Doshit is getting close to just straight up doubling the score of South Korea.
Oh my god.
Like, it's just silly. It's just silly at this point. Doshit has a 50% pass rate of qualifying percent to 100.
I mean,
And having
not
that
even-
20 minutes in is ridiculous. Just shouldn't happen. And another qualifying percent could extend it beyond 50.
the consistency he's been showing has been insane. I think this just goes to the show that wave is clearly the best wave in the game, and everyone should use it. That's pretty much it.
I don't think it's that. It's more. It's
And
more.
it also shows that
it's also
the circle wave sucks.
Circle wave
so-
sucks.
yeah.
Any attempt for Doshit.
Yeah.
Will you?
Does he hit the green orb?
Yes, he does.
He does.
Does he make the jump? Yes, he does. Another completion. Another completion. We're at 9 completions. In 20 minutes, Doshit has beaten Arctic Lights 9 times. That is
9
almost 1
times.
completion every 2 minutes. You understand how fucked up this is, right? Like,
It's crazy. I mean, it just goes to show, like, I mean, Baeru is playing great. In 20 minutes, he's beaten Arctic Lights 3 times. That's still very impressive. Insanely impressive, but Doshit is just playing out of his mind right now. He has the record for the most completions of a
guys,
list
watch
level
out.
Cryon,
Demon
that's
List
insane.
Pros
That's
member is
crazy.
speaking. Bro has beaten overrated lights 9 times already. Damn.
Insane. Crazy.
You're probably, actually, is it really a pros issue or is it a gamers chat issue? I actually don't. I'm not in gamers chat. Fun fact. Qualifying percent from Doshit. Dies. I don't know why he died. I was reading chat. My bad. Both probably. You're right.
Before dying there, he had beaten the level. Every time he had beaten the level 6 times in a row after getting to 46 before dying there. That's insane. That doesn't make any sense.
It's
Unreal.
It's silly. Okay. It is silly. That's what we like to call it.
Yes, it's true.
It's, qualifying percent for
Already
Doshit.
back. I mean, this is just the Doshit show at this point,
Yeah,
man.
the Doshit show. Real ones know.
The Doshit show.
Yep. Death at the qualifying
Dies
percent.
again.
So yeah, there you go.
Baeru dies right before qualifying.
Yeah, it's just kind of wraps with 9 minutes left. There's not much to say. It's just Doshit is really good.
Yeah.
It makes you think, could just like a Doshit like make a level which is like Arctic Lights in Hell and it's just Arctic Lights 3 times in a row? So you can,
I mean, I think any like insanely good player could do that nowadays.
yeah, for sure.
With like
Qualifying
like-
percent for both players, by the way. So
Yeah.
a double completion is on the table here.
on the table. Baeru hasn't made it back here in a second, but
Yeah,
You know.
and it's gonna be not another ending attempt for Doshit dying at the ending of the wave, and Baeru looks like is going to have an ending
Baeru does
attempt.
make it to the ending. We'll see if
Does-
he chokes it
Yeah,
again.
Baeru like surely has to get a completion. It's been so long.
He's deserved one now at this point.
Come
man.
on. Completion
Come on.
for Baeru.
There we go.
Finally
There
happens.
we
Gets
go.
to 4, brings his pass rate to 33%. That's the math. I'm a math
Which
major.
is still incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
Like, not to mention that 3 of those deaths were at the ending, like very stupidly. But still, incredible showing from both players. But Doshit really has just taken it away. It's he got the lead and he just ran with it.
It's just kind of over. There's not much to say. It's over. 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, Baeru would have to do some insane like beating the level every attempt kind of thing right now.
And this is your reminder. Well, it's not even beating Doshit. It's beating Mexico. Like,
Yeah. The entirety of Mexico has played incredibly in this.
yeah, beating
Showmatch.
Doshit is one thing. Beating Mexico is a whole nother thing. Both players at
Yeah.
qualifying percent now. Doshit approaching the hard part, passes the hard part, and finally gets past the ending of the wave. He was struggling on that for the past few times. It looks like we get a
We
completion.
could get the simultaneous
Yeah,
completion. Baeru just made it to the
yeah,
ending.
this could be a double completion here. Doshit passing the ending, getting another complete, bringing his total to 10. 10. Oh, there's the death at
and
90.
Baeru dies!
We were waiting for
the
that.
Michael click.
We were waiting for the Michael click death, but yeah, that's rough. The mini Michael rather.
True.
Guys, do we all know the terms for our jumps? Jumps like that, that's a mini Michael, right? You have
Yes.
the Michael click, which is, you know, if you've played Macabre, you have a bunch of those clicks everywhere. Then you have the style jump, which is the Michael click, but instead of it being spikes, they're full blocks. Like those are some
Yeah.
important terms you gotta know. There's also the fuck click, which are there any fuck clicks in this level?
What the fuck is the fuck click?
The fuck click is the that yellow portal right there that Doshit did. Where you gotta click in a portal in a wave, like that one there.
Oh, okay.
That's a fuck click if I
like
remember correctly.
the audio expulsion wave, edges wave. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, similar to that.
Yeah.
That's called fuck if I remember correctly.
It's just called fuck. That's great.
Guess who's at the ending?
Me.
I'm the
Colon
guy
three.
about to beat Arctic Lights.
Guys, I'm gonna be Arctic Lights, guys.
Not yet.
New hardest, guys.
Anyways, Doshit at 11 completions.
11 completions.
2,000 points on
That's
Arctic Lights.
crazy.
2,000 points on Arctic Lights. Like,
If he gets one more completion, he's gonna pass Diris' score on Prismatic Haze,
Go.
which is insane to think
I mean,
about.
Duke City have an
That's
extra. You have an
crazy.
extra 10 minutes, but I mean,
Extra 10 minutes, yeah, but I mean, 11 Arctic Lights completions.
Baeru at qualifying could bring his total completions up to 5. I don't have anything to say.
Crazy, man.
Looks like we're getting an ending attempt from Baeru. Just kidding. I lied.
Good job.
Anyways, Doshit's a qualifying percent. Maybe we'll get an ending from him.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen enough of the 10 FPS ending completions. Like I just kind of need it right now.
I need more. I need more.
I
bro.
need them. I've got the shakes for 10 FPS.
Please, bro.
Please, bro. Here we go. Ending attempt.
Yeah, there we go. Do you think Doshit's like feeling himself right now, or do you think his mental's in the gutter? Cause like,
No, I think Doshit knows like what he's doing is.
I think he knows.
Yeah,
right?
Doshit has to know. Baeru just got a death early into
Baeru dies at
qualifying.
51.
Yeah, almost a 1,000 point gap now.
It's, I mean, just to think, it started so close, but Doshit he's just gone crazy.
Yeah. Baeru did have the lead very early on. But you know, it was only one completion, which I know is silly to say. Only one completion of Arctic
Only
Lights.
one completion.
Of
Yeah.
Arctic Lights, but here we are, almost double the score of Baeru. It's and
Shout out to the guy who sent a level request in chat.
oh yeah, shout out to Clixon. Guys, I'll do your level after. How about that? I'm just kidding.
Hooray!
Hooray! Guys, I'm moderator. I'll send you level. I'm kidding. Qualifying attempt for Doshit. Death. I didn't see it. I was reading chat. My bad.
I was also not looking. How much time do we have left now?
We have 3.5 minutes left. So it's wraps. Mexico can celebrate. Can we get a
it's
hooray?
over.
Hooray for Mexico! Hooray!
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 He-
Baeru's at qualifying.
You know, Doshit has already secured the 7K because he gets the 150 points bonus just for
Yep.
winning.
Okay, Baeru dies
So,
at qualifying.
yeah.
Towards the end.
7K for Mexico is crazy.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Honestly,
Never
all the
letting a
players
white
here-
person celebrate the GD World Tournament win. Hooray! Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray!
Yeah, you get a it's added for this match, but if you win like your 1v1, you get an extra 150 points.
Yeah, that's what you get. We're doing this because we were afraid of a Baeru carry, and obviously that hasn't come through. But, yeah, it's definitely a necessary change to prevent like insane carries. Because yeah, the 1v3s like aren't the most enjoyable thing. Like let's think back to Australia versus Finland with Snowballer beating Gamma an unreasonably high amount of times.
I forgot about that, bro. That was crazy.
Didn't Snow get like 3,000 points in half an hour on Gamma or some shit? Like
Something
it was
ridiculous.
it was just stupid. Baeru's at qualifying percent. Getting a run deep.
Did Baeru take his
Yeah,
percentage off?
Baeru's percentage is gone. So we're just gonna have to assume that he beats the level, right?
I mean, yeah, probably. It's not like it matters.
Yeah, completion for Baeru.
Completion for Baeru.
Completion for Baeru, which is still, again, ridiculous. That should be 5 completions for Baeru.
Yeah. Which is still incredibly impressive. I mean, an Arctic Lights completion every 6 minutes.
It's so stupid.
Crazy.
Anyways, guess where Doshit is? The ending.
No way!
1.5 minutes left. It is very much over. And another
That's so
completion for
driven.
Doshit. Like, I don't think the 1,000 point difference is going to happen. Baeru is still just a little bit too consistent for that, but
I mean, Baeru's still Baeru. He's so good.
yeah,
but
it's...
Arctic Lights 1300%, man. That's crazy.
Doshit's
Yeah, but I mean-
going to come back, list discussion. I think we should move Arctic Lights down. Reliability, 10 out of 10.
I mean, like, it's crazy because, like, you think some people put thousands and thousands of hours into beating just, like, one level of this difficulty. And then you have people like Doshit who has beaten it 13 times in the last half an hour.
I mean, you got to
Crazy.
consider the first completion is always the hardest.
Oh, for sure. But it still just doesn't make sense in my puny
Yeah,
little
we're
head.
at qualifying percent for Doshit, and Baeru is approaching qualifying, hitting qualifying now. So that's
Where does he die?
Diet Sonic
we'll never
Wave.
know.
We don't know. IDK. It looks like they know. So that's good. Doshit's at the ending again, by the way, just so to let you know.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
No
So
problem.
in case you didn't know, Doshit's now at 14 completions. He's still is almost at a 50%.
That's crazy, man.
Well, actually no, he's done more. Yeah, because the runs past are only deaths. Yeah, so he almost has a 2.0 KD to qualifying percent. completion.
Guys,
completion.
kills death
No,
syndrome.
no, it's completion with a K.
Shut up. Let me
Finish.
make my
We're
joke.
done. Last attempt.
Hooray.
Last attempt. Will Doshit just beat it again? Just for fun?
No way, man.
Just for fun? Do it for fun? For the Vine? Well, it's a qualifying attempt, so
He could. He
he
could just do it again.
he could just do it again. Well, we also know that Doshit has now hit the 1,000 point difference between himself and Baeru. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What is there to say? What is there to say? Ludicrous speed. Anyways, yeah, Doshit's at the ending, gonna get another completion for fun. 15
15th completion.
one
coming in.
completion every 2 minutes for half an hour straight. That is, it's ugly.
Unreal.
That is unreal.
dude.
Almost hitting 3,000 points. Hey, Doshit, I think you're cheating. Thoughts?
What? No. This level is
We
just
do a
too
little bit of
consistent.
hacking.
Yeah. We think you intercepted the message to Baeru regarding the bot file. But that's fine.
I'm sorry, bro.
And anything to say about your terrible performance?
I was pretty nervous for the first 5 minutes, and I think you could see that.
Yeah.
Then it got better.
Yeah, Baeru did have
Yeah.
Baeru did have the lead very early on, but then something clicked, and yeah, no. What's that?
Yeah, I started to feel pretty fucking cold and closed my window and
Yeah, you,
started to get good.
you had 23 attempts to qualifying. 15 of those were completions.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I mean, Baeru still got 5 completions. That's crazy for half an hour. But I mean,
Incredibly
you were just
good.
on another level. It's just, yeah. So
yeah,
yeah,
thanks.
that's really about it. Mexico defeats South Korea in dominant fashion. It's almost, what's that, 3,000 point difference between the two teams.
Yeah, we're at 30-91. That's crazy.
It's just ridiculous. So yeah, that's really about it. I don't know when the next show match is. I think it's sometime in August, if I remember correctly. I mean, it is the 30th.
Well,
of
there is the
July.
True race coming up in a bit.
Yeah, the True Effect race is coming up.
True race on the 13th of August.
So-
Time yet to be announced. But
So yeah, keep your eyes out for that. Join the server. It's the pinned message.
yes.
And yeah, that's about it. Anything you want to say, Mike?
No, I mean, I think it's just been an incredible display from everyone who's played today. Obviously, Mexico dominated, but still big claps to South Korea, who's still playing incredibly.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a great match.
That's it. All right. We'll say goodbye now. Wave. Mike, you're not waving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.